Hi pool fans, and welcome to some more 9-ball action from the 2024 Derby City Classic. Our next match is a round 1 clash between SVB from USA and Mohammad Berjaoui from Beirut in Lebanon. It's a race to 9, winner option breaks. 3 foul rule is being used. No jump cues though will be used. You can jump, but only with your playing cue. We're breaking from the box, from the Derby City box, not the Matchroom box, although it is a Matchroom sponsored event. The 9 is racked on the spot, and the 2 ball, well, you can rack that anywhere, but not at the back. So a few little quirky rules that we have here for the Derby City Classic. Matchroom ranking points on offer, and this is brought to you in conjunction Railbirds and the Bad Boys. There they are, look, looking as menacing and as troublesome as ever. So here we go then. Mohammad has won the leg. Muhammad Ali, what a great name that is. We could be in for a fight. Just have the one camera angle for you here, guys, so apologies for that right at the start, but a lot of you don't care what the angle is. We're all pool fans, aren't we? So he made a couple of balls on the break, finished nicely on the 1 ball. This more or less straight into, hold the cue ball for the 3. Yeah, he played that really nice. Didn't want quite as much angle on it if he had have just stopped the cue ball. So played a nice little stun follow there. It's just in between bottom and middle of the cue ball, so sort of halfway between middle and bottom. Just finished slightly straight on this. Might be thinking of going forward here, but he's not. He's going to draw. Just try and get away from that rail if he can. So needs to come with a big shot here. Needs a really good draw shot to get to this 7. Let's see how he's cueing. Yeah, a little bit snatchy. And the worst possible scenario. So he's made 6 of the 9 balls. SVB is going to step up, make the last 3 to claim the first rack. Nicely judged the weight of the table there. It's got a few little uniqueness qualities about his stroke, but he does get the cue through the ball very, very smoothly on the final stroke. Now we might as well thank our stream sponsors right at the start as well. Without them, Hustling USA Clothing, without all these guys, look, Mr. John Barton, look, what a case he makes. He makes some real fancy ones, doesn't he? And Jerry Olivier makes some very nice cues also. Lippmann Lights, who doesn't know Lippmann? Locked and loaded custom billiard apparel. Thanks guys. They help us to bring you all this free pool. Who doesn't love a bit of free pool? So breaking from the box between the 1st and the 3rd diamonds on that back rail, SVB, Captain America. Cue ball going very close. Now this isn't double elimination, but there is another unique rule where if you do suffer a loss, you can do a buyback, which will cost you $100, buys you back in the tournament. And also, there's no bracket, it's a redraw after every single round. So 2-rail kick here for SVB. Good solid hit on it. Has he got any cover? No, he hasn't. Just drag this cue ball round the back of the 6 and the 8 with some right hand low spin. Just to widen the angle. Well, he's misjudged the spin. I'm surprised he played it like that. I thought he might have dragged it in. Played kind of a... well, it's not a draw shot, it's something in between. Very unique shot. SVB playing a straightforward draw. Should be okay just to drop this in. May run into the 7 ball here. Oh, he could miss it and come across the other side. Very nicely judged. I always think SVB is the nearest thing to a Filipino player there is. Loves to let the cue ball run its natural course to go where it wants to go. Don't get me wrong, he's got all the shots, he's got all the big draw shots and stuff, but does kind of play the simple game, just letting the ball go with the natural flow. Perfect on this 6 ball, just a nice angle. Just a little soft draw stun up. You see again, letting the cue ball go where it wants to go. Lots of left hand inside English on that ball. Landed just a tad close to the side rail, but this won't be a problem. Don't try and do too much. Made some left spin on it, widened the angle off the rail. In stroke SVB, and it's a very nice sight as well. Kind of put him and Earl Strickland in the same bracket. Now, thanks to our main event sponsors here at the Derby City Classic 2024, Diamond Billiard Products, providing us with all the tables. Simonis cloth. Well, there is no better cloth in the business, is there, than Simonis. Aramith balls. The creme de la creme of equipment. Outsfield rack to keep those Aramith balls nice and tight. AccuStats Video Productions, and well, you need a bit of Masters on your tip, don't you? Especially if you're SVB. That's his chalk of choice. Tip fully loaded with Masters. Can the Master triple his lead? Nice break and run in the last one. This is a thin one. May just opt for the safety here though. Not really sure he can get to the 3 ball. Oh, well, how has he made that angle possible? He must have played that with so much English left hand spin to even get a shot at this 3 ball. 1.5-inch pockets on these diamonds. Those side pockets, although they're a little bit bigger, maybe 4.5 inches, 5 inches, the sides. From that angle, catch that near knuckle. It's not going to go in. Oh, is there another scratch in the same pocket again? Oh, very close. It was the start of his downfall in rack number 1, wasn't it? Off the 5 ball, the scratch in the side. Still with some work to do. It's just slightly awkward, and he's digging down on this as well. He's a missable. Rifles it in very nicely. Now has he got just a slight angle to get away from the rail? Yes, he has. Very nicely done. Pretty decent Fargo rate as well, 727. I remember commentating on him once in Las Vegas. I think he was there for the 10 ball, representing his home country, the Lebanon. Not too many players out of that particular area. Far East though, starting to come with a few. With the upcoming World 9 Ball Championships this year heading that way as well, things beginning to take off, more interest coming from those countries, more players will take the sport up. Who knows, in a few years' time might have a lot more. 2-1. Miss on the 3 ball from SVB. But it's dry. Now does Shane fancy the bank shot? Looking to see if he can get through to it. We know he's very attacking, Shane Van Boening. With that very distinctive cue, the black and white Q-Tech Synergy shaft, jumps with the propel. I was actually using a propel, a friend of mine's last night. My cues are in Bangkok, I'm in Pattaya. Jumped very well. So no damage done, straightforward safety. The 1 ball over towards the 4, cue ball over. Kind of hiding behind the 6, maybe the 2 as well. He's caught that a little bit too thin, but it's okay. I mentioned jump cues just now. He's not allowed to get the propel out here. He'll have to jump with the Synergy. He wants to jump. Well, such a good solid hit. And as the saying goes, you get a good hit on the ball, you've got every chance of getting some kind of result. And I think you have to say that's a result. Left nothing really. Thin one down the rail. Wasn't interested in it, didn't want to catch the 2 ball. So things getting just a little bit congested now. Not sure if the 2 ball still passes the 6. There's certainly a carom available on the 6 from the 2. More pressing point though. How does SVB get to this 1 ball? The answer, well, he's going 1 rail at this, I think. No, it's gone 2. Whoa, he's come round the back of it completely. I wonder if he is named after the famous Muhammad Ali, the boxer formerly known as Cassius Clay. He's going to have to play into this bottom left-hand corner if he wants to get the easiest position to 2. Maybe looking at the 3 fouls here. SVB already on 1. So he'll be coming round the inside of these angles here. Low left on the cue ball. There you see, 7 o'clock on the clock face. He's gone in to move it. So perhaps the carom isn't on. Now the difficulty is getting that 2 ball away from that pocket. How does he do that? Cue ball, very important here. Yeah, it's gone wrong. Path for the cue ball in between the 6 and the 5. Oh, he couldn't avoid the 6. That's an okay little kiss though, isn't it?
Table 24, John Giles. John Giles, 24, you're on the clock. Table 36, Sergio Ribas. Sergio Ribas, the 36.
Purple 4 next. And you see once again using that centre table position. A familiar looped bridge. Slightly forward wrist, which is another trademark trait of the great SVB. Makes it look ridiculously easy, but anyone that plays this game knows how difficult this game is.
Greg Pitts, you're on table 8, you're on the clock.
Nicely done, punishing every mistake now that Mohammad makes. Don't put the 1 on the spot, Shane. Good man.
Nathaniel Bramblett, you are on the clock.
Hope you're enjoying the video, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and if you wouldn't mind giving us a like and a share and subscribe, really appreciate it. It helps us to keep bringing you the action, and every time we load up another video, you'll be the first to know if you click that little bell. I'll give you a little pop-up on your phone, your tablet or your computer. There's no need to ever miss an upload from Railbirds TV. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks for your support. Shane to break off, leading 3-1 in this race to 9. 2024 Derby City Classic 9 ball. 1 straight in the side, which is the target. No shot on the 2. So he's going to play a push out. Now a push out is a shot that can only be played after the break by either player. And now you can push to anywhere. You don't have to hit a rail. You can hit any ball. You can make any ball. If you do happen to make the 9 on a push out, it's of course respotted. And then the incoming player, if he doesn't like what you've left him, he has the option to give it back to you. and it's one push out each per rack, depending on who's breaking, of course. Now then, has he covered it? We'll soon know as we see Shane shape up.
Table 21, Johnny Archer. Johnny Archer, table 21.
Johnny Archer being announced by our announcer.
26, Richie Richardson. Table 26.
It's very much like the guy from Bad Boys to me. I forget his name now. Rick, that's it. I just remembered it. Rick Jones, I just remembered. How's that for memory? It's got that very deep radio voice, rather like Jeremy Jones or Scott Frost. Scott Frost, by the way, one of our regular commentators here on Railbirds. He does lots of the one pocket and banks. He also lowers himself to join me for a bit of 9-ball every now and then, which is really cool. The freezer. Lots of great one pocket classic matches for you as well on the channel. Back to this one. Thin edge he's got on this 3. Has to be careful.
Table 29, John Clark. You're on the clock.
Well, that was a lot more difficult than it looked. Not sure if he actually got the hook, but played at such a great pace. Wasn't easy to do. Looks like he may have the edge here. Yeah, tried a very intricate shot, but I think he had to bend it slightly and it was the wrong spin he needed. Took him straight back into danger. Still work to do here though as well, to get to this 4-ball. Yeah, played the cannon on the 7. Didn't quite get enough left-hand spin to check the cue ball off the rail, so just flicked off the outside edge of the 7. Once again though, a very intricate little shot played there on the 4-ball. Judged to perfection once again.
Not allowed. Jump cues not allowed. Jump cues are not allowed. You may jump with your shooting cue only. You gotta take your earbuds out. Thank you.
You might have just heard him asking about, is he allowed to jump? Our referee telling him, yes, but with your full playing cue only. You're not even allowed to split it, just your playing cue as it is. I'd love to be able to cue this off the back rail and nudge it past the 4, but there's a problem, he wouldn't get a rail. Leave the cue ball behind the 9, but he has to generate enough power for a ball to hit a rail. And that's the problem with playing this shot, because you're going to be squirting the white back out. That's why he's gone full power, tried to get a full hit on it and hope for something. Well, he could have had a little bit of a run here. Shane will be disappointed that that good hook he just played didn't really reap any rewards, did it? He's hooked back. Playing with left hand spin to check the angle. Needs just to run, now needs it to slow up, but he's left it. Chance then for Mohammad Ali. Berjaoui. He's going to need the bridge, the devil's implement, as pool players call it. Maybe gone for the extension on the cue instead. That's what most players like to do now. They'll basically do anything they can to stop using that bridge. Extensions on the cue, play it wrong-handed, they'll try all sorts. Has he nipped out for a break? Where's he gone? Perhaps he can't find the extension for his cue. There he is, he's got it, he's found it, he's screwing it on. Very, very long way from the tip to the bridge hand, isn't it? But he's made it. He asked if he could use jump cue a little while ago. He'd love to be able to use it here, but he can't. So rail first. Now this is where the side pocket's in the way. You need a Tom and Jerry table where you can just move the pockets when you want. Who remembers that episode of Tom and Jerry? One of my favourites. Amazing the memories that come back when you're watching pool. And that is very well played. Okay, he's left a chance at the bank for SVB. But it was a very nice escape. Judged the flick off the six beautifully. I think SVB shooting at this though. Well, hold the back page. Shane Van Boening has missed a bank. Probably only one better banker in the world than Shane Van Boening, maybe two. And they're almost brothers. Well, they're brothers from other mothers, Billy Thorpe and Sky Woodward. Sky Woodward actually beat Billy Thorpe in the final of this event back in 2019. Sure, Billy's won a banking event here as well. Billy the banker, the torpedo. There's an Australian swimmer who shares the same nickname as Billy Thorpe. Ian Thorpe, his name. But the name going to get another rack on the scoreboard is Mohammad Ali Berjaoui. Nicely done. Moves within one rack at 3-2 in this race to 9. It is a first round clash. Whoever loses this particular match isn't necessarily out. They can buy back if they want. It's going to be 16, 17, 18 rounds in this tournament. They capped it this year at 500 players after last year's, well, early morning final, wasn't it? About 8:15 in the morning, I think it started the final. Fedor against SVB. Fedor the eventual winner. Makes the wing ball. Oh, look at that 2 ball. Right, it's okay. It has got a pocket. Just to pay attention to this one. Yeah, he can't help thinking some of his attention strayed to the cue ball there. The annual Derby City Classic is almost like a cult tournament. Anyone who's anybody attends this. Good play to make both of these here. Low on the cue ball. Yeah, nicely done. It's called a skill shot in English, Paul, where you're making ball go through another one. Slightly overhit for position onto the 7, but it's not a problem. May just have to use the back rail and come back up. Uses the side as well. Lets that beautiful stroke go. Very unique style, SVB. Has an inward turning wrist as well on the grip, on the butt. Boening, at least a 4-time winner here. 2009, 2012, again in 2014, again in 2016. Hasn't won it since then though. Maybe this year's his year. To the 9 ball, there's banks and one pocket. There's also the Bigfoot tournament that goes on also. Well, only consolation here, he's gone slightly awkward cueing. Can only get to the right hand side of the cue ball. Cue ball will be darting over towards, well, he's played it off the rail, couldn't even hit it. So slight chance here, can draw across to the side rail. between the 2 and the 3. Go short side on the 2 into this bottom left as we look. Played that really nicely, sweet little stroke. And just stroke this down the rail. Cue ball automatically bouncing off the side rail. Leave himself nicely on the 3. This then the key shot. Be careful with the side pocket. He didn't risk getting too near to the 4, but that's a slip up. Anywhere but there. Be much better off coming past the 7. Looked like he was trying to stay the other side of it. So after such a nice 1 ball and 2 ball, position has let him down. Lots of left hand spin on this. Needs to make it. Shane, part of the very lucrative 800 and over Fargo rated players. I believe there's around 50 of them now. The standard always improving. I was just going to say, this is going to be a delightful shot if he can get around the back of the 6. Couldn't though. Did he just catch the 8 ball there? Ball in hand with 4 balls left. You'd expect him to run these out. Just a little bit thinner than maybe he would have liked, but it's okay. Bread and butter shot for these pros. In it goes. Back to within 1 again at 4-3. And it will be a man from Beirut breaking. Thanks for joining me, guys. If you don't know who I am, there I am. Look, my mum always said I'd have my name up in lights one day. Did make 2 balls, made the wing ball and An erroneous ball into the side pocket. Nothing doing with the one, could thin it. Off the underside as we look, his right. Bring the cue ball back behind that wall of balls. Thinking of playing it left-handed, going the other way. Oh, he has to get a good cue ball here. Yeah, he's changed his mind. Get the bridge out, my friend, get the bridge out. So decides on the push out. Once again doing anything he can not to use the bridge. Kind of like a jumbled up movie title. Too far bridge. Once again, there's a 2-rail kick. Try and kick and stick, hold the cue ball behind the 2-9. Send the one ball around the angles, not too hard. Well, has he fluked it? He certainly has. And now a very easy hook here. Stun the cue ball behind the 9. Could get SVB in a lot of trouble here. Not sure about that shot. Could have got him really in tight behind that 9 then and made it a lot more difficult. Perhaps he was trying to play the bank, play it as a 2-way and opening up the 3 as well at the same time. And that's what he could have been playing. Pretty sure that's what he did play actually, otherwise why would he not just stun him behind the 9? Played it as a 2-way. There's a chance of making this though off 2 rails. And he did. And he's finished, has he, on the 3 ball? He certainly has. Well worth another look. Judged this to perfection. Very nicely done. Almost finished perfect on the 3 as well. Just rolled on a fraction. So he can't try and be too clever here. Just needs the cue ball to hold it as much as he can in this half of the table. Not interested. Plays the safety instead. Keeps the pressure on SVB. Shane's shirt reminds me of a Barcelona soccer team shirt. He's certainly the Lionel Messi, isn't he, of Paul? Now is he going to go big here? Stun off side rail, bottom rail, side rail. This is one of those shots that players practice when they're warming up, just to get the cue arm going. Yeah, just a little bit quick on the stroke there from SVB. Well, we're having trick shots now, look at that. 3 all around the table, cue ball all around the table, flukes the black 8 ball, and the devil's instrument is finally finding its way to the table, or is it? No. Is he asking somebody if he can borrow an extension? Yeah, that rest. The bridge that he put on the table first sounded funny, didn't it? Maybe it had a loose head or something. But that one doesn't look very sturdy either, does it? Oh, it's the... oh, look at this. That's Alex Pagulayan, Mark Williams, all rolled into one. Look at that. That's very wobbly, that rest head. Look at that. Wow, played that fabulous. Has he got any angle on this whatsoever? You might just have to try and draw into these, you know. Oh, he could draw past it, no problem. So a very scrappy rack number 8. But it will go to Shane Van Boening. He increases his lead to 5-3. He'll be breaking in rack 9. This video is brought to you by Railbirds TV and the Bad Boys. Thank you so much, guys. Here they are, hanging about on street corners, looking ready to cause a bit of trouble. Just the one camera angle for you today. Apologies for that, but here we go then. 4 more needed. One ball going short again. Did make the win ball. It was very nicely on the one ball as well, and you notice Shane also breaking with his playing cue. I read somewhere that he actually has the same tips, the same how tip on his playing cue and on his break cue, so no real need to change. He's not breaking super hard, it's more controlled. Well, in this tournament you could come here and just bring one cue with you. You can if you're Shane Van Boening. No jump cues allowed, of course, so that's your player, your jumper and your break cue all in one. Just hold there nicely. A little bit of right hand spin on the cue ball here just to tempt the cue ball wider off that rail. Oh, in fact, just played it the other way, came twice across. Now this is nice. Watch the cue ball after it hits the second rail, always coming towards the 9. Didn't catch that really nicely. Still shouldn't be a problem though for SVB. And it isn't. And it's 6-3. 3 rack lead now. Three of the scariest letters in the game, SVB. It was the man with the other three famous letters, FSR, who was on fire here. 2022, won all the big tournaments that Paul has to offer, the US Open, the World 8 Ball, Derby City 9 Ball, World Champion 9 Ball, World Cup of Pool doubles with his partner David Al-Qaidi. Will be tempted by the combo 2-4. Undercut the 2 ball as if you're playing it towards the pocket. If Shane does play this, he'll play it with maybe a little bit of pace, or maybe cannon into the 9 ball and hold the cue ball. He did. Played it well. Shane started playing when he was 8 years old. Very close to his mum. It's no secret that he's heavily hearing impaired. Which kind of was an escape for him, I think, Paul. And we in the pool world are very grateful that he did take this sport up. He's given it so much over the years, won so much, 5 US Open titles, finally a World 9 ball and a World 8 ball champion as well. I was there in Austria, in Klagenfurt, in Albin and Jasmine's home city. Lovely little town, Klagenfurt. Shane proudly, very memorably, when he potted the final 8 ball against Sanjin Perlevanovic, walked round to the pocket, picked the 8 ball out and gave it a big kiss, as if to say, finally you're mine. And I know they let him have that 8 ball as well. I think they only charged him a 15th of the cost of a set. Well, actually it's a 16th, isn't it, including the cue ball. Oh, look at this 2 ball as well. What a break this is. Well known for his break. 2 balls down. And this, very quickly, could see Shane Van Boening get on the hill. He can draw across over towards the 7. Use this right hand short route and the side, bringing the cue ball once again back into the line of the 5. Might have to play this also with some left hand spin. Oh, he's going low, so it's straighter than I thought maybe. Oh no, he's going round 2. Surprising to tell you the truth, that he went that way, but okay. Who's going to question a man with as many titles as he's got? Another foot of pace would have been perfect. So this rack maybe not over just yet. He's got away with it, played a decent safety out of the hook. And now Muhammad Ali Berjaoui needs to come with a decent one of his own to try and stop Shane getting on the hill. Is he tempted by the bank? Yeah, he was. But that 7-ball there was just a little bit of a distraction. Kind of made him go a little bit too wide of the target, overcompensated. And those balls get in your eye line and they're just kind of a little bit off-putting sometimes. Send this round 4 rails back to the back rail. Or is he going for it? He's going for it. Beautifully done. Well, that's gone just about as difficult as it could have done. This is a horrible shot to have to play now. You kind of have to go all in on this. Not too much pace. Come across the face of the 9 for the 9 into the same pocket. Well, what a stroke that was. Didn't really worry about the cue ball too much. It's a lot straighter than I actually thought it was, to be honest. Fires in the 9-ball. Mr. Van Boening is on the hill. Hasn't been vintage SVB, to be honest, but when it's mattered, he's come with the shots, the big shots, and that's what champions do, isn't it? They seem to be able to find the killer instinct just when they need it, even when they're only on maybe their B or C game. And it is the first round. Always have to kind of ease yourself into a tournament. If the big players are vulnerable, it will be in the very, very early rounds. Well, knew exactly where that was going. Stopped the cue ball with his Q-tip. So there you go, Mohammad, have ball in hand. Just hasn't got enough angle on this, I don't think. May just have to take his medicine. Oh, he's gone big. He's gone very big, and he's had a nice little nudge on the 7 as well. Just a little dab of left-hand spin. Nicely done. Exactly what he needed. Decelerated a little bit on the cue ball there. didn't finish the stroke, which meant didn't get the drawback. So this is thin, but it's okay, it's in. Saves one match point, so to speak, 8-4, and he will be breaking. Still only given a 1% chance of winning this though. I think it was only 2 at the very start of the match. Aramith balls are wrapped using the Accurac Outsfield template. Simonis cloth, plenty of Masters chalk on the tip, but the diamond table still has 10 Aramith balls upon it. Hopefully by the end of the rack there'll only be one left, the one he's hitting now, the cue ball. Well, that's gone wrong, and he didn't want to catch that 8 ball. And as soon as you catch a ball you don't intend to, it of course changes the whole trajectory and the path of the cue ball, and it can go anywhere after that. So needs a good hit on this, probably try and catch the right hand side of it. Oh, if you're going to catch a side of it, why not full in the face? Played to perfection. Well, that one isn't. And he's just got down and stroked that. Didn't really give it any care and attention. Unbelievable, isn't it? Such a great player, but you still see them miss shots like that occasionally. And it's all down to just lack of concentration. Just too easy to miss kind of syndrome. He's gone for an early 9 here, and he's made it, and he played it with an element of safety also. So that 3 ball just shows you, doesn't it, that SVB maybe just didn't give it enough care and attention. Got down rather quickly, thought it was a unmissable shot. Here's the bank once again, but it was the shot straight after this that's the interesting one to me, because this, it's just like he was trying to steer the cue ball onto the 4 and just forgot to pop the 3. Oh, it's cost him that rack. Could it cost him another? Because Mohammad Ali Berjaoui is breaking 8-5 down, of course. Has to be very careful. Every shot he misses now is a potential match loser for the Lebanese Mohammad Ali. Well, he's made the cue ball as well, and look at this. Well, will SVB shoot the 9 or not? No, he's going to run them out. Does the 3 go? Does the 3 pass the 9? You see the slightly forward wrist. So from that, I'm guessing the 3 does go. Quite a straightforward run out this now. Mohammad Ali Berjaoui has put up a fight, but it's not big enough. It's going to cost him another $100 if he wants to continue in this year's Derby City Classic. Shane Van Boening will accept the handshake, and there it comes. No need. Well, I did say there'll be one ball on the table at the end of this match. It's two, because that unmissable 9 ball SVB goes through to round 2. Mohammad Ali Berjaoui goes up to the tournament desk and gets his wallet out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Railbirds TV will be back with more action very, very soon. I'm Mark White. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you for the next one. Ta-ta.